Alex, our 54 here today with another video. Eden Zero Chapter 6 came out. Yet another good chapter. We're still drifting away from Fairy Tail. The similarities finally, so that's awesome. This chapter was a good one. Yeah, we're finally starting to get into the Eden Zero story. It's finally becoming a story of its own. I know we're only 6 chapters in, but it's cool to see it develop. We saw more of the sci-fi side of it in this chapter. At the beginning of the chapter, it was announced that the first volume will be released in Japan September 14th, which is irrelevant to us. But it said there's also going to be a special edition, which could be cool. That kind of interests me a little bit. I'd like to see what that's going to be. Let's hop right in. Let's discuss the chapter from beginning to end. Alright, so pick up where we left off. We see Seabeer, the giant robot, the mecha. So there's a big sci-fi part right there. And so he is chasing Shiki and Rebecca. And remember, Shiki and Rebecca really can't do anything because they don't want to alter time. So they have to be super careful. They can't fight. They can't cause a big scene. They can't destroy the city like Natsu and the gang in Fairy Tail would. But Shiki, we know, he's not afraid to stir a little fight up already. So what they do is they run, and I'm pretty sure he uses his ether gear, and they take off like sideways, flying away, which is really cool. Shiki pulling Rebecca. I'm still so interested in ether gear and what it can do, because the powers of it really haven't been discussed. It seems limitless what ether can do, because it's like the fuel for everyone in this story so far. Like, it's like a source of energy, but with Shiki's gear in particular, the powers really haven't been defined. I'm interested to know in the future really what all it can do. Like, is Shiki going to be someone that's going to have power-ups similar like to a transformation, like maybe a Super Saiyan, or obviously not a Super Saiyan, but like will he be able to power up through the ether gear and like actually change appearance, or is it just going to be something that's constantly getting new power-ups and abilities? And I want to see what it gets defined into. I'm a guy who likes seeing swords in anime because I just love swords. It's pretty badass. So I think it'd be cool if the ether gear could like develop weapons and his hand turns into a sword or some crazy shit. If it's going to be sci-fi, I don't know. I'd be interested in seeing that. Anyway, let's get back to the story. So they're flying away. They don't want to alter time, but Seabeer hops right in the way, and of course Shiki punches the hell out of him. One giant punch pushes him all the way back and knocks down the robot, and then right away they're like, oh god, we gotta run, we just made a big mistake. So Shiki and Rebecca run, and Seabeer hops out of the robot, and he looks angry, and he's saying he's gonna find them. But Shiki and Rebecca, like I said, have hid, and they are now in a bar where Professor Whis is apparently supposed to be hanging out, or has said he hung out in the past. Well, I guess in the future in this case. But this bar is super similar to the bar in Star Wars: The New Hope. I'm not a big Star Wars guy, but like, I got that vibe. Finally, the story is giving off some sci-fi vibes. I don't know. I like that. I really, besides stuff like Gundam, which Gundam's set in space, but it doesn't feel like too sci-fi to me, because like to me, sci-fi is more Star Wars, Star Trek, some stuff like that. So we're getting some elements of that, which is cool. But I still get somewhat Fairy Tail in mind, like, obviously the art style, and then some of the clothes our characters wear. Like, I'm glad they're not wearing some like Jedi robes and Star Trek, the weird little sweaters they wear. Nothing's wrong with those series, but I don't like those kind of outfits. Let's see what else happened. So they finally meet Whis, and when they meet him again and they're talking, because he's in the bar, which is funny because Rebecca's saying, oh, he's mentioned he likes to go here. He's right there. And they talk to him, and he understands they're safe, or understands that they traveled from the future, and they're showing clips of him in the future to him now. And then they're like, what's in the case? And of course, Shiki takes the briefcase, like hops on the ceiling, and then his ether gear gives out and falls on the ground, and boom, the case opens, and we finally get to see what's in there. Reminder, Seabeer said that we stole money from him. The case opens, and it's a robot. And it's a little corny-looking robot. Kind of looks like, if you guys remember, the old series Metabots, which I don't even remember what that's about, but I remember that as a kid. So this little robot is in the case. It's a cute little thing. It's got a weird leg. It looks like it's got either a missing leg, a peg leg, or a saw on one leg. I'm honestly not quite sure. But the robot's pretty cool. And that's how our chapter ends right there with a little shot of the robot. So it's going to be interesting to see what this robot is. I'm guessing it's got some awesome powers. It's some super high IQ. Somehow this robot is worth a lot, and it's instrumental to the story. I hope the robot turns out to be a good guy. It looks like maybe the robot has some soul of some sort, and Whis wants to protect the robot from the evil doers. I don't know. One thing I was wondering during this chapter, and I think last chapter, was I want to see more of Elsie Crimson. I don't know. Her character seems pretty cool, but I really liked Urza from Fairy Tail. So, I mean, I want to see more of her. I'm hoping she's super badass and strong. I hope she joins our main cast of Shiki and Rebecca. I really do. I hope she becomes part of the crew. Obviously, I don't think this younger Whis, I don't think he's going to join up with them. But I want to see a larger crew than Shiki, Rebecca, and Happy. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be more. A lot of like shonen series, they do like we're the first enemy that, not enemy, but like the first kind of antagonist like ends up being good, like teaming up with them. We see this like kind of anti-heroes like Vegeta or even like a Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho. Almost like, I know Sasuke was with the crew from the beginning, but kind of something like a Sasuke. Kind of, kind of like the anti-hero, not as much of a Deadpool character, but kind of like a little dickhead that turns out being good. Anyway, this was a good chapter. I'm excited for the next one. Eden Zero it's rolling. Chapter 6. It's crazy. We're already on Chapter 6. Building some momentum up. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And stay tuned. Hopefully we get a new episode of new chapter of Fairy Tail this week. I'm out.